Are you a South African musician trying to figure out what is the correct order to release your music in the current year? Welcome to this episode where I plan on demystifying just that. Now, to be clear, this is an overarching method of how you should go about getting the administration side, the paperwork side of things sorted before your release. I will leave the financial side, the marketing side, and gaining traction and listeners to you and other YouTube videos that you can find in order to progress that way. So the very first thing is you want to register yourself, particularly yourself, with SAMRO, Capasso, SAMPRA, and you want to get your ISRC codes. I will leave links for each of those organizations on how to register yourself with them. The next thing you want to do is you want to send notification of works telling those organizations that you have made the specific song. So this is SAMRO, Capasso, and SAMPRA. Now, how does RISA fit in? So once you've recorded your song and you're happy with the masters, you want to get your ISRC code, which is basically the ID number for the song, the sound recording of the song. You get this from RISA, and then once you get it, you want to embed it into the MP3 files. What does embedding mean? Embedding basically means attaching all the information, the metadata of the song into the MP3 files. If you have someone mixing and mastering, tell them to include this information in your WAV file. So this is information such as artists, the cover art, and other additional rights, comments. There's usually some way you can add, at least in the comments, some information about the record that you have recorded. So now you've embedded the MP3 and you've registered the song. The very next thing you want to go is to get your song ready for distribution. And when you're getting your song ready for distribution, I'm talking digital distribution. This is to get your music onto platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, etc. So the way you want to go about doing this, make sure you get your high quality WAV file, get a CD version, a CD quality WAV file, and then you also want to get a high quality MP3 file. And then lastly, you want to get somewhat of a smaller than a 5 megabyte file. So this 5 megabyte file is typically used when you're submitting to SABC radio stations because their inboxes won't allow MP3s that are higher than 5 megabytes. This will depend on where you're submitting, the qualities that you want, but you want at least 4 versions of the same song. Now, once you've got the 4 versions of the song, you also want to have a big version of the cover art. So cover art is 3000 by 3000 pixels. So this is typically what is requested by your distributor. The distributor I use is DistroKid, particularly because DistroKid is a preferred distributor with the big platforms Spotify and Apple Music. So that is why I use DistroKid. I've left an affiliate link in the description, and I'll leave an affiliate link in the comments for DistroKid. The very next thing you want to do is those 4 versions of the song, so the MP3, high quality WAV, CD quality WAV, and less than 5 megabyte quality MP3, you want to put those on a site where you can easily link to and get people to download easily. Now, I'm not talking for everyone out there listening, but this is for the radio stations if they want to get a higher quality. So I suggest using something like OneDrive or something like Dropbox or something like Google Drive. Google Drive is free. Dropbox has a free option, and then OneDrive, I'm not too sure. I don't think they have a free version. But you want to put all those downloadable files into one consolidated folder so that if someone wants to download, say, your artist bio, or someone wants to download the high quality WAV or the low quality WAV, you have it in one central place so they can collect that file. And then obviously you want to make sure that you notify once you've got all your ducks in a row. You go back to SAMRO, SAMPRA, Capasso, and then you notify the works. Make sure if you have other people in the record, i.e. you have a different beat maker or you have different splits, make sure you get your split sheets in order. This is probably something you should be doing before you actually even get it mastered. Preferably immediately after you record the song, everyone adds what they think they deserve, and then you all share the royalties of the song accordingly. With that, you basically have got most of your administration work complete and sorted in order to release. But what you want to make sure you are doing is you're at least giving a long period of time for distribution to take place. It used to be 21 days for everything to be submitted to all the platforms, but since there are so many people releasing music and the number of platforms has increased, it's about 28 days to get your music through the whole distribution process. Roughly, it could be less, but they suggest 28 days depending on your distributor. But make sure you're not releasing tomorrow and then doing all this work. Otherwise, it will be a lot of work that has to be covered in one night, etc. If you want to know how many streams you need to make 1,000 Rand, watch this video.